course, obviously a good win against a good opponent. We knew. Well, I guess I wouldn't say we knew. It's hard to predict how that game's going to unfold. I thought our crowd was outstanding. We got penalties because of it. The atmosphere was fantastic. I thought our defense in the second half rebooted. It's a good offense we were playing. I felt we were the better offense tonight. I felt we were the better offense. No sacks. I thought Bo had one of his better games. I thought we blocked him well. Just so much to digest with the win.
All right, Coacher. Wow. How about that?
Wow.
Where do you want to start here tonight? Welcome to it. We're brought to you by Journey Spice. Broncos win 34-26. Phenomenal game. Just an amazing football game. You can save yourself 10% using this QR code at Amazon.com. Just do it. Makes a great holiday present. We have a ton more to get to about Journey Spice. And in Rosa, they've sent me all sorts of stuff, and I'm trying to compile it and put it all together. But trust me, there's so much good stuff with Journey Spice. It's ridiculous. And we'll get to more of them in a second. Hang on there, Journey Spice. All right, Coach, just give me your first reactions to this remarkable win.
Yeah, it was an offensive shootout. It was two incredible offenses with quarterbacks that have been trending in the right direction at the right time of the season. And Bo Nix outplayed Jordan Love. Jordan Love was phenomenal through the first half, even into the third quarter, building a 9-point lead. But you felt comfortable because not only did Bo Nix look like he was up to the task on this particular day, but there's proof in the pudding that Bo Nix and this offense and this team, Sean Payton has put together, that they can win games and feel comfortable playing from behind in the second half. I stand by what I said for the Green Bay Football Packers. Empower Field and or the old Mile High has been a house of horrors for that franchise.
Yeah.
And today ends up being arguably one of the biggest days of horror because you probably lost your best receiver and you lost the best defensive player in pro football talent-wise, all in one game. Again, at Empower Field. Not let alone that you are now 1-8 all time, and the only game that you won was Greg Jennings just catching a piss missile from Brett Favre. Man, you just haven't been able to win football games at a Mile High, and this is showing and proving the point that I made all week, and everybody thought I was crazy. The Packers are, they're sizzling hot. They're going to win the football game. I said, nope. That's a team that eventually that 5,280-pound gorilla jumps on your back. And it did in the fourth quarter. And Sean Payton even mentioned that. That is to the major advantage of the Broncos.
Yes. Yeah, that is a remarkable thing that Sean was treating. I got a couple of Sean clips for you. First, about taking care of the Packers.
I thought the second half and how we played defensively was the difference in the game, because I thought, I thought they became a little bit more one-dimensional.
Woo! There you go. And here's what Sean. Yeah, go ahead.
Well, so Josh Jacobs had the 40-yard run, and it looked like Josh Jacobs was just going to go absolutely nuclear in this game. But, if you take, I know it was a 40-yard run, but outside of that, the Broncos defense did a really nice job on one of the best running backs in pro football that, by the way, the Broncos had never beaten when he was a featured part of a backfield that the Broncos played against, namely against the Raiders when they had the weirdest streak of 8 straight wins over the Broncos, which made no sense for a team that was so flawed in so many different ways. The Broncos did a nice job. Like, you take away that 40-yard carry, the other 11 carries went for, south of 30 yards. And that's what you did, is that you made the Green Bay Packers one-dimensional, And then Jordan Love had to try to beat you by dropping back. And all of a sudden, that pressure rate that we've all talked about, that started growing as the game went on, and it got above 50%.
Mm-hmm.
Which, if you get this defensive front from the Broncos above 50% in terms of the amount of snaps that you create pressure on an opposing quarterback, that alters their ability to throw the football on time or on platform, you're going to continue to win games. And it just plays out that way.
Here is Sean talking about tempo, and it was Sean that brought up tempo. I had to laugh for however many times he's yelled at Luca for Luke Evans. My name is Luca. About that question, but here's Sean talking about what you brought up here just a moment ago.
Tonight, we wanted tonight to get into a lot of tempo with the altitude and with this team. There's a handful of reasons why. They're very good rushing the passer. And so you probably saw us tonight with more at the line. There was a point where the clock was stopped in the third or fourth quarter, and I called the whole offense over. I said, "Are you watching these guys right here?" And we all turned and looked. I said, "They're gassed." And I said, keep the pedal down. And so when you have the crowd noise that we have, and then you have that 5280, that's a lot, and so, but that was because this defense, you would say coming in, I mean, every week starts when I watch the film, and on Tuesday, I always feel like we're watching the 85 Bears. I don't care who we're playing. And then as the week progresses, you start, but this is a good defense. And so what could we do different? And that was one of the things. Okay. All right. Thank you.
Oh, such a ball coach, man. It's so true. And I've used, obviously my dad's a coach too. I mean, the amount of times that my dad and I have watched film of opposing. Shoot, I do it. I'm getting ready to play Rock Canyon, and I'm like, look at the 1985 Chicago Bears, man. This is like the steel curtain of
we have no
Jack
chance.
Jack Youngbloods or whoever it is playing opposite us. But yeah, I mean, I agree, and for good reason this particular week, because the Packers. I mean, a combination of Micah Parson, Quay Walker, Edgerrin Cooper, Xavier McKinney, Keyshawn Nixon. They're really good. Javon Bullard. They have a really good defensive unit. And this was Bo Nix's best game of his career. I would argue that this was Bo Nix's best game of his college career, but he did it against the freaking 9-3-1 Green Bay Packers. I mean, how impressive is that?
Oh, it's unbelievable. Bo's numbers phenomenal. 23 of 34 for 302, 8.94 touchdowns, no interceptions, a QBR out of 100 of 88.0, a quarterback rating out of 143.8 or whatever it is, 134.7. I mean, this was no sacks. Didn't take a sack.
No sacks, no turnovers yet again.
I mean,
it goes back to that. It goes back to the backpack that Sean Payton saw that he had his lacrosse ball in there. That backpack in and of itself has prevented all kinds of bad plays from happening. Sean Payton will tell you that. That's that is his superpower backpack that doesn't allow him to take sacks or throw the football to the wrong team. That was great,
Broncos had less penalties for less yards, 6-10 for 60 to 72. Broncos total yards was less, 362 to 391. No, I'm sorry, I got that wrong. No, sorry. Broncos 391. Sorry, reading it wrong. 362 for the Packers. Rushing yards, 89 for the Broncos, 115 for the Packers. So a little bit of that. How about red zone? 4 for 4 for the Broncos, 1 for 4 for the Packers.
Difference of the game. That was the Green Bay Packers. They were moving the ball at will on the Denver Broncos. At will. And I don't look at, like, one of the things that I hate, I actually almost lost it on my defensive coordinator this year. He's like, yeah, we're a bend but don't break outfit. I go, don't you ever say that again. You know what people who think they are bend but they don't break, that's called a bad defense. Okay. But today was a bit of one of those where you did show that you were going to give up some yards, that Jordan Love was dialing you up a little bit. Christian Watson looked good. Luke Musgrave makes a diving catch early. Yep. Josh Jacobs hits a big one. This Jordan looked good, man. Like this is
Oh,
as
he looked phenomenal. He looked great.
But then you get him into the red zone and it's field goal. Okay, touchdown,
Right.
field goal. It was wild because while the Green Bay Packers looked frankly unstoppable and scoring all 5 of their opening 5 possessions until I think it was the interception. Was that the sixth drive? I think was the interception that Pat Surtain had, right?
I don't know which drive it was, but there were 6 lead changes to your point.
So did you realize that the Packers scored, tangibly had a scoring drive on their very first 5 possessions, but 3 of those were field goals.
Yeah.
I mean, it's critical. Like you could prevent touchdowns from happening if they score on, say, 2 of those 3 that end up being field goals. You don't win the game. But that's why the Broncos are doing something right now. I see this right here. It's the offense kind of really got bailed out, or the offense bailed out the defense early. Defense kind of bailed out the offense later. I see a comment here, and the Broncos are teaming right now. They're doing the team thing, and their defense was bending but not breaking. And it was something to behold because playing good, clean, smart, situational football, winning the takeover or turnover battle, and then winning the red zone scoring battle, meaning scoring touchdowns, not settling for field goals. That is why you are in a position that you're 12-2.
Yeah, I mean, your first drive is a turnover. They only get 3 points of it. Let's remember that. Then they, you stall out, and then they get another, field goal. But then, when it's 6-0, if you can put it together, you can create this.
There it is. It keeps showing up. Hey, you know what's? I don't want to make too much light of it, but you know what? I'm gonna make too much light of it. You know what's great news?
What's that?
The Kansas City Chiefs, their record is no longer that number that we saw right there. It's now 6-8. It is now 6-8.
And that means Patrick Mahomes with a torn ACL is out for this year, and likely we'll see for next year. Won't be easy.
Darren, it also means that for the first time since 2011, the AFC Championship representative will not be a Mahomes, Manning, or a Brady. Who is the quarterback in 2011 in the AFC Championship? So it's been essentially 14 years, it had been one of those 3 aforementioned quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Who was it in 2011?
I don't.
2011? Sorry, I was about to get to no, but it was not Bo Nix. 2011.
He's big.
2011 was Tim Tebow.
Nah, not in the AFC Championship.
In the AFC Championship. Oh,
yeah, representing representing the AFC. Oh, sorry. The AFC champion quarterback. The AFC champion quarterback.
The AFC champion quarterback in 2011. Oh my God. It wasn't Brady?
It was Ben Roethlisberger, man.
It was? Oh, all right.
Yeah,
okay. Because the Broncos.
How wild is that?
No, it wasn't. Not in 2011, brother. 2011, the Broncos beat the Steelers in the first round of the playoffs of Tebow. The Broncos lost to Tom Brady. I'll bet you it's Tom Brady.
2010 conference AFC champions was that was Big Ben.
That makes more sense.
So this is how it is. This will be the first year without Patrick Mahomes or Tom Brady in the AFC Championship game since 2011.
That's remarkable.
Isn't that crazy?
That is remarkable. Well, we heard from Bo Nix during this week.
I don't really care. My mom thinks we'll win, so that's all that matters.
That's on being an underdog. So he was asked tonight.
Have you talked with your mom? Is she fired up that her prediction was correct that you guys won?
I haven't talked to her yet. I talked to her on the way here. I shouldn't say I talked. She talked a lot to me on the way here. And, I got the whole rundown, got to catch up for a second. And she was excited. She was, my mom always thinks that we're going to have the best chance. And, she always just wants us to go out there and have a good time and stay healthy. And, we were able to do that today. And, exciting time to be a Bronco right now. And
then Bo gets to be boring. It is exciting, but he kind of, I tell you what, it's probably not the worst trade in the world that this guy really just is kind of robo-bo with a lot of things, man. I mean, this is some crazy, heady, legitimately incredibly thrilling, exciting stuff going on. And I don't really sense much of a difference in this dude from this game to any other game he's played this entire career. That's probably a good thing, man. The waters run still.
I notice this iteration of Bo after this game, say compared to post Houston, post Raiders number one.
Yeah.
Relief and confident, as opposed to prickly and defensive. And I think that's a good thing for the Broncos, because I think Bo Nix is playing. He's now playing like somebody that is not carrying the weight of the world on his shoulders.
Correct. That's a very good point.
And so that's the only thing. I think he's the same guy, but I think he's still Bobot. But
you know what we're not getting? We're not getting 3-minute diatribes about, like, it's all just about fun and it's just a kid's game and it doesn't matter if we're not getting deep thoughts from Bo.
Yeah.
We're
kind of getting fun, playful-ish thoughts about mom's talking to me. And I didn't really get many words in talking to mom.
Yeah. Let me give you Sean's comparison on Bo. And Sean loves to turn comparisons back to himself, which is pretty wild. You got to stick around for this. Give us 1 second.
There's a world of flavor out there, and to find it, you have to take the journey. Journey Spice Company handcrafts the most premium spice and seasoning blends that have no sugar, no salt, are certified USDA organic, non-GMO, vegan-friendly, and always planet-friendly. You are going to love serving amazingly delicious creations while knowing you helped reduce single-use plastics. Make sure to search for Journey Spice Company on Amazon today.
Flavor in and plastic out. I can't wait to bring you a whole array coming up here as we go through these days and weeks with Journey Spice. All sorts of great stuff as we get it together with Journey Spice for the holidays. And you can see more about Journey Spice during DMac Smack. And we're always here at Altitude After Dark on Thursdays and Sundays after the game. Thank you to our great friends at Journey Spice. Use the code GETSPICY and save yourself 10%. We'll get into Mike and how his wife and him like to use Journey Spice in a little bit. But let me give you this Bo and Sean comparison. All right. And see if it makes sense to you and what you make of it.
You've talked about a journey to a championship. Where would you put Bo here on this journey?
Yeah, I think, look, I can only compare it to like running a half marathon once, the year I was suspended, and it was in Las Vegas. And so every mile they had a band and Gatorade, right? And then I think it's 13.3 miles. Well, you train for that, but you never run 3.3 miles. So I think he's like at mile marker 4, taking the Gatorade. They give you the goo at mile marker 9, and that was like rocket fuel. It was needed. But I think, look, early in the process and in improving, and the thing about him is, like, he loves playing, and so that's contagious. And that's a really good trait for a player at his position, and his teammates feel that. And so adapting and learning, you remember for 15 years, I had one personality, and they couldn't be more different from a personality standpoint. And then I've had the good fortune of coaching others, but it's learning him and him smiling even when we're down. I mean, there's just a competitive nature about him that's refreshing.
Just want to make sure you see my Boston Marathon medal, which
is a 26.2.
Yeah.
So if you were to divide 26.2 in half, it would not be 13.3, Sean. It would be how many?
Mike, do you know how much I had to restrain myself from blurting out, you mean 13.1?
What would happen
if I had corrected him there?
Yeah, if you went straight DMac, be like, it's actually 13.1, Sean.
Give you you imagine if I did that?
What would he have done?
Sean, point of clarification. Half marathon, because full marathon is actually 26.2. Because
He probably would have turned. He probably would have turned to Luca and blamed him for your 13.1 comment. He probably would have said, "Evan, Evan, take care of your guy. That's your fault, Evan."
Yeah, you know what's funny is if like in the movie Tropic Thunder, when Les Grossman is like, "Who's the key grip? Go punch the director in the face." But that being said, mile 4 of a half marathon, 13.3. We'll just stay with that. How do you like that comparison?
Yeah, it's great. I think that every quarterback, frankly, is always on a constant cycle of development. You even look at Peyton Manning. Peyton Manning had various stages of his development, even when he was an older quarterback that had just had a neck fusion surgery. Speaking of development of quarterbacks, JJ McCarthy looks pretty good right now, spinning the pill around. But every quarterback has, like, I love the analogy. I love the fact that, you know, where's Bo right now? He's at the 4th mile marker. Is that right?
I guess. I mean,
So,
you could take that I guess you could take it as an insult, like he's not all that great. But you could also take it like, hey, look how good he is and how much better he can become.
Yeah, I think that's how where Sean was going. I think that's where Sean was trying to go with it. Yeah. But I will say this, like where I do think, if I'm going to be a little bit the nerd myself, where I would disagree with it is, I don't know if the quarterback position, maybe outside of Tom Brady, after winning however many consecutive Super Bowls he won, you're never at mile marker 26 and then 0.2. Like you're never, I don't think you've ever fully arrived, right? Whereas a marathon is that there's a definitive end. Yeah, and I guess you'd say the definitive end might be retirement or the games, but then Phillip Rivers came back and ran, and he decided to go ultra marathon after his marathon had ended.
He did.
So he's like, I'm going to go David Goggins, even though I don't look like
David Goggins. That's right.
My waistline my waistline looks more like David Goggins pre-ultra marathon David Goggins.
That's awesome. Yeah, the Seahawks did come from behind to win 18-16. I did not see the end of it. Did Phillip have the ball in his hands driving?
They drove the ball. They won the game, kicked the game-winning field goal, and in perfect Phillip Rivers, I think old Chargers, San Diego Superchargers into the Los Angeles Chargers. His defense went Chargers, even though they're the Colts, and allowed a game-winning drive for the opposed. Yeah, within a minute.
Oh wow!
Within a minute. So he led what felt like was the game-winning drive, and it just like that.
Fell apart.
Yeah.
All right. In terms of the game itself, well, things started weird, man.
Yeah.
Like, here is it Rashawn Gary, I believe, going 52? Between here's this moment. Right there. Bam! Take that. All right, so let me play this again. Dude, you can't run between two dudes on the other team like that, man. You can't do that, right?
No, that's bad form. The Packers knew what they're doing, though. Here's what I'm convinced that the Packers know that Empower Field and the Mile High is a house of horrors, and they almost try to distract themselves from their lack of belief in being able to win in this venue at this altitude. And I think the recency issue is the 23 game, but even more than that, it's how the piano just jumped on their backs at the joint practice last year. And we watched it, man, in real time. So I think they're, you as an athlete, you're like, okay, what can we do different? Oh, let's pick a fight. So apparently, I think I saw Scotty Gaines. Did you see his little social media clip on how unique it was? That they were waiting in the corner right behind the offensive line warming up for the Broncos and just staring at him, talking trash and not moving for a while. And I think there was some whether it was the locker room that decided to do it or whether it was LaFleur that tried to, they wanted to come in and play some psychological warfare. And I don't think it was against the Broncos. I think the psychological warfare that they were trying to play was against themselves and their own perceived lack of belief in being able to win.
Well, let me see if I can't pull that up with Scotty here for a second. Hold on.
There it is. Yes.
Where's stare down? I've never seen a team go this close before, just waiting like they are. I don't think the Broncos care at all. I don't know if this is an intimidation thing or just a poor planning thing. But regardless, Mike McGlinchey and the Broncos didn't care. See it.
Wow, what a wacky moment right there.
Yeah, so that
What a wacky moment.
And then that kind of buildup of the stare down and talking, kind of being right there.
Yeah.
You see Rashawn Gary, number 52, kind of the leader of the pack. That jog that he then takes goes directly through the warm up that we were talking about. So it was all part of the deal.
Yeah, let me play that again. All right, so he's walking through, boom, gets a shove. Then he's going to come back. But, I mean, what do you expect? I mean, seriously, what do you expect? And then we get into all this stuff. All right. Well, they were fired up, man. Both teams were fired up, right? Both teams are kind of good to go.
And what you see right there, Dre Greenlaw, all right? I think a lot can be made of Dre Greenlaw. A lot of people say that he hasn't been as impactful of a signing as you probably thought he was. That was impactful. On a football team, having a guy that says, I am the enforcer, I am the one who knocks. That's who Dre Greenlaw is. He is the one knocks.
That's awesome.
Did you see his hit today?
He is the danger.
He is the danger. Did you see his hit today, by the way? Legal
Unbelievable.
hit.
Unreal.
That's the kind of hit that, you don't see very much in any level of football anymore because the game's been neutered and everything's illegal, so nobody wants to get fined. That was a completely within the rules legal hit, but it was one of those, hey, that's who I am. That's who I am for this team.
How about Hufanga taking out two dudes at once, including sending a guy to the locker room for the game? Wiley there.
That was pretty dang impressive, especially on a toss sweep play to be able to. That was awesome. But then did you also see in that first drive or two when he gave Jordan Love the old freaking helmet shove down as he was stepping over him? And then Jordan Love came up.
Notice that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That was a Hufanga. I'm kind of on. I'm on to Hufanga. Great guy. Okay. Goes to high school football games in the state, like the best.
Yeah.
But he is he's the vet that knows how to do the extra thing without getting caught. He is that guy. He is. You'll see it all. Just watch number 9 and see how many times there's like an extra little knee or an extra little elbow, but it's very subtle, but it pisses. Just watch how people respond, and it, for whatever reason, he is sly as it get. He is a fox, man. He gets away with it all the time.
Well, let me play. This is Scotty Gaines. She was with John Franklin Myers after the game.
Pretty fun to see. I mean, a little feisty tonight. There was a skirmish before the game. We saw a lot of energy during the game. Did it feel different for you?
We want the smoke. That's the truth. We ain't looking for no problems. We ain't looking for trouble, but you roll the ball out and you're going to disrespect us, cut all through our drills. It's just not right. And we don't do that. We don't expect nobody to do that. We want to be honorable in the way we win or lose. And they started off like that, and we finished it.
Cool.
All that smoke. Give me that smoke, JFM.
We want the smoke.
You know who was really good today as the game went on?
Talk to me.
Malcolm Roach.
Okay.
DJ Jones, Jonah Ellis, DeAndre Tillman, Jordan. Who is 96? Is that Levi Wazrike? Jordan Jackson.
Oh gosh,
I
don't think Jordan Jackson played today.
So yeah, it's Wazrike. I thought the defensive front was so good. Jonah Ellis, his sack was glorious. He had a double team, ends up winning inside, uses twitch. Like to see Jonah Ellis come alive. DeAndre Tillman, man, you're dangerous. Malcolm Roach, man, like his TFL that he had today on a back block on gap scheme, just being able to shoot through there, create a tackle for loss. It's a good defensive front. And it didn't look good early, right? I didn't love VJ's plan against Jordan Love in the first half. He played a lot of zone. It looked like Jordan was comfortable, didn't it? Looked like he was,
He was
had,
great in the beginning. Yeah.
well, he had time. There was. I mean, honestly, it was all zone. The Broncos suck at playing zone coverage, like predominantly zone.
Yeah, they play. Well, see, the problem they've been having because they play so much man is the penalties. And they did get a DPI. Riley Moss got another
illegal contact. I mean, Riley Moss, he got away with one later. I know everybody. The one that he did get called for was stupid. It was a bad call. Dumb.
Yeah, just play football, right?
I know. He was playing football, and he actually looked. He looked for the football, lean. His technique was immaculate. But he had one later in the game. It was like on a faux crosser route. I forgot the receiver. I think it was either Dobbs or Dontavian Wicks, 13. It was Dontavian Wicks. He had a crossing route to return like a boomerang. And it was 12 yards into the route, and he assaulted Dontavian Wicks. It should have been a penalty. It should have been a legal contact because they didn't throw the football there. But
we'll get to one of the ballsiest plays of the entire season in a second. But Sean did say the difference was the second half defense.
Down, you had one versus. So I thought a lot of this game was going to unfold based on how that side of the ball, how that matchup was going. We have to pay attention to that. And I thought the second half and how we played defensively was the difference in the game. Because I thought, I thought they became a little bit more one-dimensional. And listen, I should have started with this. I did. I said we played a really, really good team. We have a lot of respect for those guys.
Pretty damn cool, man. Making a team like the Packers one-dimensional who have a great offense. And I thought Josh Jacobs did have a really good game against the Broncos.
Save for the 40-yard run, though. I mean, if you look at that stat line, and I know that happened.
Well, that happened, though.
It absolutely did happen. But I thought the Broncos did a really nice job of kind of just steadying the very tense waters early on in that game. It felt like the defense was going to have another stinker, which a lot of people, like I was reading on Twitter, it's like, let's just be honest. This defense the last 3 weeks has been
overrated.
Bad.
Yeah, I know.
That's not true. You held the Green Bay Packers to 26 points. That's an offense that has been playing really, really high-level football to the point where they have not only a running back that's been one of the most consistent runners and scores touchdowns. The Broncos prevented that from happening. He didn't have, all the touchdowns in the red zone, but you also ended up limiting Jordan Love to 60 yards in the second half. Yeah. That's what he had. He had 60 yards in the second half.
That's wild.
But if you look at Josh Jacobs, 33 yards on his other 11 carries. So he averaged 3 yards per carry beyond the 40-yard. So you were able to squeeze down on that run game after you gave up a big explosive.
What to me, giveaway takeaway is a big deal. The fact that the Broncos going into the game were -3 and had were 11-2 is to me actually ridiculous. I didn't think
it's almost like a cheat code.
Losing the giveaway takeaway battle today, I thought was death. And when RJ Harvey fumbled on the first drive,
boy, was that bad.
This is really, really bad. Now, they only got 3 points off that, thank God. But I still sat there, Coach, and I was like, you got to get a takeaway. I mean, you got to be at least even with these guys, or the possessions and the back and forth is just going to eventually eat you up. It's going to catch up with you.
Let's be really honest. So what was going through your mind in terms of Sean Payton's recent history of running backs that fumble? What were you thinking?
That's usually the end of them. I mean, you don't.
Yeah. So who did it happen to? Do you remember?
Audric
Estime. 100%. Audric Estime.
Yeah.
Now I don't think Sean was. I believe that Sean was very invested in the evaluation, and I think he put his stamp on RJ Harvey in the draft process. I don't believe
no doubt.
I don't think that was the case at all on Audric Estime. I never felt like that was the apple of Sean Payton's eye in terms of that player. When he fumbled in preseason, and then I think he fumbled in the first 5 games of the season, basically spelled the end of him until you absolutely neutered him. So my thought is, oh no, we are going to get so much Tyler Bidet this game. Who, by the way, Tyler Bidet.
No carries.
Tyler Bidet, when he touches the ball in special teams or in the pass game,
Yeah.
I swear I still am yet to see something like better than the bare minimum happen.
Yeah.
Does everything that he does feel like the bare minimum?
Yeah. I don't know what's special.
I mean, pass protection, third down back,
Yeah.
like you're wasting opportunities to get the ball in space to a guy that just hasn't done much with it. But that's just me.
All right. Yeah, I mean, in terms of RJ, 19 carries for 65 yards, 3.4 per, got a touchdown, a long of 8. I mean, really, nothing all that special, and had a fumble. So I don't know. But the Broncos running game, it was balanced. I mean, it was, 34 passes, 31 carries. Real quick, just a couple of points of criticism. Not a lot. But I would have liked to not see the Broncos give the ball back to the Packers. Yeah. And I like being aggressive, but what were we, Army from the 30s, lining up 3 running backs? I'm giving you an Army Navy reference. What was? Yeah. You want to walk and you give it to Prentice? You want to walk me through that play there, Coacher, and explain? Well, that was
the only thing I can really verbalize is that at that point in time, that is when RJ Harvey did have his cracked ribs, bruised ribs, whatever, damaged ribs. Mm-hmm. And so as a play caller, the guy that is in, you'd say he's greased up, he's lubed up, is not available because of the injury to RJ Harvey. Your next thought is, well, Prentice gave us something last week. Why not try it again? Dude. So, yeah, that's
dude, if you're going to run a fourth down like that, and you would have been fine to kick as far as I was concerned. But and I get it. You get a first down. To me,
where was the ball?
It was over midfield. It was
you could not have kicked a field, because if you kick a field goal, it's 11-point game.
You could have tried for a field goal. Here, I'll find exactly where it was.
Sean does not want to kick long field goals. He wants to keep his guy. He wants Big Nuts Will Lutz to remain with one of the highest percentages because he brought him from New Orleans.
Yeah, Green Bay 37. It would have been a 54-yarder.
Yep.
54-yarder, Coach. 54 yards.
And essentially you're putting the game, you're icing the game.
Yeah, they are kind of absurdly paranoid about a block kick being returned for a touchdown. Rizzy talked about it on Thursday, why they didn't go for the 60, a 54-yarder from Big Nuts Lutz. I mean,
that's normal NFL kicking.
What are we talking about? No, and the game's over if you hit it. Like
hasn't Big Nuts been the AFC Special Teams Player of the Year like 4 times this year?
Yes.
Then why not trust him in that spot?
It's funny. Nobody asked Sean about that. I mean, I get it. You get 1 yard, the game's over. But if you're gonna do that, dude, you can line up 9 guys in the backfield. It's a play action boot roll. And the tight end comes out, and either Bo just flips it to him, or Bo runs it, or you don't get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you've got to, in my opinion, in that situation, put the ball in Bo's hands. He's having the freaking game of his life. You just trust your guy. It was a weird call. It was kind of like, it was another, Sean's been really, really good. But that one was like, look how smart I am. Look what we got. And it gave the Packers a chance. That being said, I didn't think for a second the Packers had a chance at that point in the game. Right. I wasn't nervous about it at all.
No.
The way the defense was playing, it didn't matter to me. So it's kind of like it's a shoulder shrug. Now, let's talk about one of the most insane 2 plays of the season when it's 3rd and 2 and we're throwing bombs down the field for no reason. We're controlling the ball. We're really happy with some sort of just taking the profit where it comes, collecting those first downs, and we're great in the red zone. And on 3rd and 2, we're throwing deep shots down the field. Okay, that's crazy. No. That's not crazy enough, Coacher. Let's do virtually the same thing on 4th down.
Two different routes, to be fair.
It was different, yes. It was.
Yeah, the first one was a true corner route, meaning that the route itself was from a condensed split from Cortland Sutton, and he ran vertical, and then it was a high angle corner route where Bo had him open. He left too much air on the throw.
Coach, it was batshit crazy. Okay, you just got to get a first down, my friend. What are we? Go ahead.
But here's the deal. I mean, Sean Payton, by calling back-to-back bombs over Baghdad and ultimately was it 4th and 3?
It was something like that. Yeah. Something like that.
4th and 3, you get man coverage. Cortland Sutton is the very next play. It was a fade ball. It was a go route, basically. Non-football people would call it a fly route. But think about where Bo Nix and Cortland Sutton's level of confidence, A, in themselves, and B, that their coach believes that he is confident in them now.
Yeah.
That's going to quit you for when you really need it. Down 5.
All right. Well, here's Sean explaining it.
Where the one down the sideline after the one had been broken up.
It was actually, it looked like the same call. It was a completion.
You're the one that completion.
Yeah,
Where does that confidence come from? Like, we're going right back to it.
Yeah, that was a different play than the one earlier.
Okay.
All right, but it resulted with a conversion. We had one was a sluggo, and when you get pressed on a sluggo, it turns into kind of like a go or a fade ball. And then the other one was a different play, but nonetheless, there's certain things each time. You make notes of, look, let's get balls thrown up in the air high to Cortland. Let's get Mims more touches. These goals that you try to achieve each week. Thought the offensive line played really well.
Okay. You're right. That's exactly what you just said.
What did the offensive line have to do with that particular conversation?
Nothing. He just drifted. No. He does that all the time. He goes down one path and it's like, yeesh.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Man. So I thought it was crazy. If I'm going to call the one play crazy, I have to call the other play, even though it works crazy. But it works. I just thought it was I thought it was insane.
Are you up? Are you? How much you up by at that point?
Oh my God, you're quizzing me. I'm not even sure. It was so bad.
Were you up by 1?
I think so, Coach. I think it was like that. Let's see here.
Because you ended up winning 34-26. You were up 27-26.
Let's see here. Incompletion. 26-yard pass. Yeah. 26 yards. That was so freaking insane. Yeah, it was 4th and 2 at the Green Bay 41, and it went for 26. And you got a touchdown because of it. So
that was the RJ Harvey game sealing touchdown, right?
Yeah, you were up by 1. You were up 27-26 when you got that. That's crazy to me. Insane. It's in the fourth quarter.
You play to win the game, man. You play to win the game. Oh, okay. My gosh.
Okay.
Oh, my gosh. Did the Minnesota Vikings just fumble up by 8?
Yeah, but you are watching a absolutely worthless game right now. Whatever updates you want to give on this Drek game, you can't help yourself from being distracted, but this game is stupid.
I don't know, man.
Completely meaningless, unless you are a gambling addict. This game is meaningless.
Or if you like to monitor the development of quarterbacks. Want to see what JJ is all about,
if that's what you want to do. All right, I got a couple other things, and then we'll get going here. I do want to play Garrett Bowles because nobody is in that foxhole. Just us against the world, man.
Yeah.
Nobody is more us against the world than Garrett Bowles.
You're in the playoffs.
Were we underdogs? Okay, yeah.
How sweet does it feel to have been underdogs yet again and have won yet again?
Pretty soon, the media, the news, whatever, maybe they start respecting us eventually. But you know what? The only people that we respect are the people in this building.
the love that we have for our city, the fans, this organization, our owners. Man, we're just full of dogs. You know, George Payton and what he's done is created this team with SP. And just the love we have for one another, man. We believe in each other. If nobody else believes in us, it's all good, man. We believe in each other.
All right, Bowlesy.
Bowlesy, Bowlesy never looks you in the eye. Never.
No,
And
watch
that entire interview. See if you looked at anybody in the eye.
I'll do it again.
We were in the playoffs.
Were we underdogs? Okay, yeah.
How sweet does it feel to have been underdogs yet again and have won yet again?
Pretty soon, the media, the news.
What the hell's he looking at? What's going on out there?
I've learned that about my guy Bowlesy, man. He will not look you in the eye. Maybe it's just a member of the media because they don't believe in you. They don't believe in you.
Nobody believes in you.
It's that you don't deserve my eye contact because you don't believe in me.
You don't believe in me.
You do. You have no belief. Tell you what, man. I mean, the 12-2 Denver Broncos. I think some people believe in them. I do.
Yes.
But, keep it's like Alabama, man.
They were 2.5-point underdogs going in the game, and that was a big conversation piece in the locker room during the week. It was.
Sean Payton's the guy started it up.
He's got to. How could you not as a coach?
Yeah. Okay. So Bo Nix talked about he doesn't listen to Vegas odds. He listens to his mom.
Yeah.
And Southern culture. I established this with the Morning Sprints producer, KJ Granderson, our guy.
Mississippi. Yep.
I said, down in Mississippi, Bo's from Alabama.
Yeah.
Is there anybody whose opinion matters more than mama? He said, no, sir. It is mama. And he was right. And you know what? Mama Nix was right. She was right.
Nix was right.
Okay. But did we learn a new term today from Bo Nix?
What? What's that?
I've never heard the term not underdog, but overdog.
Overdog.
That's what Bo Nix said in his post-game interview.
I missed that.
With I think was it Jenny Dale? No, it wasn't Jenny Dale. It was Tracy Wolfson, I believe.
Okay.
Tracy Wolfson. And he said,
let me look that up.
Yeah, like we weren't the underdog. We're not the underdog. We're the overdog.
Okay.
And then it made me think of.
Hold on. Yeah.
Are we in a place where we've got another spinoff of Bo? Are the Denver Broncos the Bover Dogs?
Holy cow.
They are the Bover
Dogs. The Bover Dogs. That's pretty funny. Oh, I don't know if I got it here. My time on my recording might have run out.
Oh, I got it right here. I got it right here.
Did. Do you got it?
Yeah, I got it right here.
Got it?
Yep. You just want the audio of it, right?
Sure. If you got it.
Okay, hold on.
Yeah, my stuff ran out. That happens sometimes with Oh, you know what? Oh, no. You got it? If you got it, you got it. Man, I'm actually a little that was a slow game. If I ran out of that in my recording, actually. Yeah, that's disappointing actually that ran out for my recording. That's actually a little bit of a bummer, man.
Oh, you're
that's
on like your DVR or whatever.
That's bad on me. Well, I'm a Fubo guy, but I need to record. That's dumb. That's my bad. I need to record. I should always do that. And I used to do that with my DVR. You always record like 2 programs after, just in case the game sort of goes to overtime or whatever. And I have not done that. That is bad TV DMac right there.
Yeah,
that's a rookie mistake right there for me.
Yeah, I was just trying to find it on the.
I got NFL the NFL package, so I can go back and watch the game. But they cut off as soon as the game's over. They're like done. So, all right. So you don't have it as it turns out. Okay. Yeah. Right. All right. Last thing. Patriots lose. How about Dave Portnoy?
Oh, here it is. Ready? Here we go. Ready?
Okay,
all right.
Hold it up.
Well, thanks a lot, and Bo, congratulations. What a game. You guys came in winners of 10 straight, now 11, but you were the underdogs. What did this team show against a really difficult Packers team?
That we're the overdogs.
Okay. I have never heard that before.
Yeah, like my brain's
Dude,
trying
do
to
me a
figure
favor.
out.
You got to text that to me, bro. Text that to me.
Yeah, it's the overdogs.
I've never ever heard that expression before.
Yeah,
We're the overdogs.
Tell you what, man.
That's awesome.
Bo's having a little bit more fun than he was after the Raiders game.
All right, 12-2. Winners of 11 in a row. Believe it or not, they have won 13 in a row. Happened in 97. And so this is not a club record. It's darn close. Pretty memorable, that's for sure. And they did go on to win the Super Bowl that year that they won 13 in a row. It's funny. They were 13-0, Mike, and then they lost to, I think, the Giants. And then Shanny did not game plan for the Dolphins because he was afraid he was going to face the Dolphins in the playoffs. They lost to the Dolphins, but they ended up destroying them in the playoffs. So Shanny was right. So they actually dropped 2 games in a row after winning 13. So they were 13-2. So the Broncos can match that record by beating the Jaguars next week, which is wild when you think of a Super Bowl champion team like the Broncos back in the day with all those guys. And the fact that they're 1 win away from matching the start to a season. How about this? They are in first place by themselves in the NFL in terms of overall record. By themselves. No tiebreakers, no nothing. They're just flat out the best team record-wise in the NFL.
They sure are. And they're the best team. They're the most complete team. They're the most
better. Are they better than the Rams?
They are a more of a battle-tested team this season. The Rams do have championship pedigree. That's the one thing that I would say, that they have a quarterback and significant role players that have been a part of a championship. But hey, I know that we'll have a lot of time this week on Altitude Sports Radio to break down the week that is. But you know what week it is now, right? This ain't Raiders hate week. This ain't the end of the reign of terror of the witch from Kansas City. This isn't even, can Sean Payton beat Jim Harbaugh? Can the Broncos overtake the Chargers? This is the week for Duval. And you know what? You want to know what's going on right now in the county of Duval? Sunshine himself, Trevor Lawrence. Old Sunshine. He had the greatest game in NFL history. Nobody in the history of the NFL has ever had 300 yards passing or more, 5 passing touchdowns or more, 50 rushing yards or more, and 1 or more rushing touchdowns in an NFL game until today. Because guess what? Duval. We're there, man. It's a big week.
Yeah, I mean, they must have been playing somebody amazing. Oh, they were playing the Jets defense. But still, listen, another banger this week.
Remember the Broncos, how they did against the Jets defense in London?
I gotcha.
That feels like that was 2 years ago. The way that they played,
but
played offensively today.
Every team comes here, they come out like a house on fire. You can be all excited, and the 4th down does something to you here. And this Broncos defense does something to you by the 4th quarter. The Broncos did win giveaway takeaway today because Riley Moss felt really good for him getting his first career pick ever. And Bo Nix just has got it. And this Broncos offense has got it. They've got it in the 4th quarter. Okay.
Okay, so, but got to have J.K. Dobbins back healthy. Or excuse me, got to get R.J. Harvey back. And I would not be surprised at some point if we see J.K. Dobbins. And I don't think it's going to be deep in the playoffs. I think it's going to, I have a weird feeling that J.K. Dobbins to come back. And I think that just like we saw with Dre Greenlaw, we talked about, he's the guy. He's like, he is the straw that stirs the drink, man. And he is the enforcer. He is the one who knocks. He is Danger himself. Danger is his middle name, if you will. I think that that's J.K. Dobbins on the offensive side of the ball. And if you can get both of those cats back, R.J. Harvey hopefully is either on the mend or just fully available and healthy. Because if you are down J.K. Dobbins and you are down R.J. Harvey, the Broncos need to get home field advantage. And the answer is not Tyler Bidet. It's not Tyler Bidet.
Can I give you a crazy thought? Is it insane in light of Phillip Rivers? Is it insane to figure out who the best retired running back is that might have kept himself in shape and is still killing it at 24-hour fitness or Lifetime or, wherever? I mean, is it crazy to ask what Adrian Peterson's up to?
We should find out what NFL running backs from the last 15 years are on the same training regimen as your partner in crime, Tyler Columbus.
I mean, we're talking 1-2 games. I mean, is it crazy to think
Zeke
of something
Elliott?
like that? Is that nuts? Wow, Zeke might be a little plump. You know what I'm saying? He was going kind of in that direction.
But he played last year, didn't he?
I think so. I don't think he was all. I don't know, man. It's a quirky situation. How about Michael Bandy, bro? How about Bandy? Dude.
How many times have you and I talked about him during training camp? And we're like, I don't know, man. This Bandy guy keeps showing up training camp every year, man. He's our guy.
I don't know. I felt good for him, man.
I know it's good.
And I think Marvin Mims is a tough son of a bitch, by the way. I think he was hurt. I think he played anyways. Dobbins.
I agree.
Great to have back. Oh, you got something critical on Mims? You got
I was very happy with Sean Payton's utilization of Mims in the pass game. He was much more a part of it. He was in the kind of the motion package. I know he's a little dinged up. I think he might have gotten a little bell rung situation happen. But what I did not like is when he got behind the defense and Bo Nix left it hanging a little bit up there. The one that was almost picked off by Xavier McKinney. Both the interceptions that Jordan Love and Bo Nix almost threw. Bo Nix didn't throw one, but the one that Xavier McKinney should have picked off. As a receiver, you can't just run the route and let the ball come all the way down to the earth. You got to go freaking high point the football.
Okay. All right.
And I think if Christian Watson had tried to really high point the football, you don't probably have the Pat Surtain interception that, oh, by the way, was the actual change in the game, period. That's where, LeGarrette Blount would be a lot of, we should go playoff Leonard. Playoff Leonard Fournette, man. That'd be good.
How did Surtain get cleared to return so fast? Was Surtain out?
He took a knee to the side of the helmet. It looked a very, very bell rung as well, too.
Okay. All right. A lot of people have different suggestions here. Let me tell you a fun moment of Zen that you would not have seen on TV.
Okay.
We all love our children, correct?
Yeah.
All right. What is the most dangerous situation you have ever voluntarily put your kids in because you thought it would just be kind of fun?
Driving in a car that went over 150 miles an hour with a neighbor in Kentucky. So, yeah.
Okay. All right. Buckle up.
Yeah, not good. Not good.
I did when my kids were small at the Granby rodeo. Throw them in mutton busting. And I kind of regretted it. It wasn't very well regulated. And, I thought it was funny, but it's dangerous. Now, apparently no child has ever been hurt in mutton busting because mutton busting. Wait, do you know what I'm talking about with mutton busting?
Me?
Yeah.
I've been going to rodeos for, I bet I've been to 50 rodeos.
Okay, fine. But you never put your kids on a sheep.
Me?
Have you?
I have, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Today they had
nothing compared to having a window licking Southern man drive a sports car 150 miles an hour. So.
I'll agree with you. I just didn't think you would have done something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, I did.
Anyways,
Uncle Justin.
Today in mutton busting. And boy, it's fun. And Vic Lombardi was doing play-by-play. And if you want to look at Vic's Twitter, you can get a lengthier thing. I'm not going to play the 3 minutes of play-by-play of mutton busting for you. However, there's 5 seconds of gold. And one of the sheep got away. And he's just roaming around. And they put the 4-year-old on the next sheep. Well, the sheep that got away came back for revenge. So when you watch this video, look for the sheep who jumps over the other sheep that's having a kid loaded onto it, knocking the kid off. So this is called Sheep's Revenge. Here we go.
Oh, another sheep gets loose. Look at that sheep.
He took the kid out.
Just knocked off that kid.
It happened fast. I'll play it again for you. Again, there's a sheep flush. You can hear Vic. You hear everybody with a little shock. Watch for the little kid to go down.
Oh, another sheep gets loose. Look at that sheep getting
Oh,
crazy.
he took the kid out.
Sheep just knocked off that kid.
So good.
So that happened at halftime too. From all accounts, the kid is just fine.
Nobody's mutton was busted.
Will you talk to Jordan Love at all this week?
No.
You leave that
No.
alone?
Yeah, I was at Army Navy this weekend, so I didn't even attempt to try to connect because it was travel back, and you know, an NFL starting quarterback, you want to like ask for tickets and then be like not be there. Hey, we'll come and see you at the hotel, receive post game, and I just didn't. Yeah, I just left it alone.
Catch up with them later. Army
Off-season,
Navy,
yep.
Amazing experience.
Yeah, unbelievable, absolutely unbelievable.
Yeah.
Adapted up with Pete Hegseth. He was just walking by me. I'm like, Pete, what's up, man? Secretary of War, I believe, right? Boom, just a little dap. What's up, buddy?
Yeah,
just on the field right there pregame. So fun.
She just looked at the push-ups, huh? You want to?
Yeah. Hung out with Urban Meyer, Chip Kelly. Had some really good conversation. I talked football with Chip Kelly for about an hour on the sideline, just on and off.
How's he doing?
He's doing good, man. I'll tell you this from talking football with him and details of run schemes. The narrative that was spun up that he is like a senile old man that couldn't spit out the play.
Anti-Ashton Genty.
No, he didn't say anything, but the vibe, the sentiment is very anti overall Raiders operation.
Okay.
Absolute dumpster fire there. Yeah. Absolute dumpster fire in every way, shape, or form.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, how'd they do today? Did they even, I don't think they scored.
They got obliterated by the Eagles. I think it was 31-0, wasn't it?
I believe it was a shutout. Yeah, I think it was. Hold on, let me double check it really quick. Ski. But overall, Army Navy, like ridiculous.
Yeah, it was really good game. Just different. The football is so pure. The event is so emotional, I would say. I mean, I was weeping. We were on the field and all of the flyovers and the helicopters that were right there and the fighter jets and, all the pomp and circumstance of it. If you love this country or even are okay with this country, I would very, 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 and even if you just love football, they're the best of the best, really are. And 5 people there at USAA took remarkable care of me and Raj. I was telling Raj, I over like the old school days of bowl games, my wife and I used to get taken care of with the new college football playoff stuff. We started noticing during BCS era and then the CFP kind of moving in. Like the Rose Bowl wasn't the Rose Bowl it was when I was, in 2011. Changed a lot. And this felt better. They treated radio row personalities better than I was treated as somebody that was visiting a Rose Bowl as an offensive coordinator. It was unbelievable.
Crazy, right? It's crazy.
Tremendous.
Yeah, and they've been doing that. I wore my Army Navy jacket actually today because it's just a great jacket. Yeah, and it's I don't know, 15 years old. It looks brand new. Somebody said that to me. There's no way that but that's just how they are. That's how I was treated 15 years ago,
right.
And that's just how they've treated everybody, before that and since then. And it's an amazing experience to go. I'm thrilled on your sports bucket list. Yeah, you have to do that.
And that's one of those that Anne-Marie and I are going to try to make like that. She came with me, which was awesome, and just to share that with her because she's never really had a chance to be a part of a day of football like with me because I'm always coaching.
So cool.
It was just awesome. It was fantastic.
All right, your first place Broncos. I'm looking at the standings. It's amazing. 12-2. Top
You're in the playoffs.
They qualified for the playoffs. The Rams are 11-3. What are the odds that it's all
Walton? It's a Walton affair.
Yeah. What do you think? It's a Super Bowl on aisle 9. What do you think?
I'm a fan. I think how good would that be for everybody in this fine city? It'd be so cool. Let's go. Rams versus Broncos.
Yeah.
And then Nuggets and Avalanche win it all. Why not?
I mean, if we're going to ask for a little bit, we might as well ask for all of it. What's cool is all the Avalanche will have Rams shirts. So they'll be prepared. All right. By the way, I've talked to the guy who was in charge of that. He laughs at himself for that moment. So I feel safe and having fun with it too. That being said, Mike, great show. Thank you to everybody. We have tons of people watching.
3,500 currently watching.
Crazy, right? So
awesome.
Thumbs up. We love it. I'll be on at 6 o'clock. Well, you probably still have me beat. What time are you on?
9 news tomorrow.
What time?
First hit will be 6:45. Suited and booted.
So you should call. You should call me then. I'll be on the air at 6 o'clock.
I'll give you a shout, man. Yeah, we'll see how. Yeah.
Why don't you give me a little zoomy zoom from 9 News when if you can.
Usually I'll be honest. I'm usually coming in pretty hot. I'm rolling in there.
Call me when you're rolling in. Just call me on the phone.
Yeah, sure will. 303-504-0925, baby. The best.
All right, pal. Love you.
All right,
We'll see you tomorrow.
Love you, brother.
What a win for the Broncos. What?
Oh, another sheep gets loose. Look at that sheep.
Oh, he took the kid out.
Just knocked off that kid.